Hey, what's up, guys? Hope you all had a great Christmas, Christmas Eve, holidays, whatever you celebrate. Um, for me personally, it was good. Holidays went swell. I saw family and all that. Can't complain. Today I want to talk about why it's important and how you should be alright with changing up your values. Um, as someone who's in their early 20s, I think it's important to kind of understand like what that truly means and how I guess we can go about it and why it's important. And I guess what I kind of mean by that is that my family this year they celebrated Christmas not on Christmas Day. We kind of did like a Christmas Eve type of thing where everybody got together on Christmas Eve, and then from there we just kind of do our own thing on Christmas this year. Before it was the opposite, but I kind of realized that what matters most in life, well, I've always kind of known it, but I feel like now it's more exemplary than ever, is the fact that over time, values change. And I guess I've kind of realized that a little bit more now, considering the fact that, Christmas, how do I say this? I feel like I've lost that value of Christmas a little bit. It's not, it doesn't feel like that jolly holiday that I used to feel when I was a kid. Like for example, when we were kids, you would think, oh, Santa's real, and there's always just like joy around it. You're off school and all that jazz. But now that I'm older, I started to kind of, I guess that feeling is leaving slowly. And honestly, for the last, I guess, 2 to 3 Christmases, it's never really felt the same to me. Like now, Christmas just feels like another day. It doesn't feel like there's a mystical thing anymore. And I guess what I'm trying to get at is that if you want to not like feel the same way, but to have that like level of importance, and at least this is just in my life, it it's time to like at least for me, I'm kind of just talking about me right now. Those old. I guess what I'm trying to get at is that those. How did I take damage? Those like days are gone. I think as time moves forward with me, like that joy is kind of gone from the holidays and I guess life. And I guess that's why a lot of people say that adulthood is a little bit depressing. Just considering the fact that you're used to everything and now that you've kind of that kind of mystery and discovery of the world is kind of gone that you had as a child. It's like now in my stage of life, it's more so that I have to give back now. Like it's my responsibility now to make Christmas something that's magical for other people is what I'm trying to get at. So now it's more so like getting the right gifts and doing all that type of stuff. And I feel like once I start doing that a little bit more, I would maybe get that like similar magical feeling where instead of me being surprised by what everybody else does, it's more so that my efforts towards that is what makes it magical in a way. I hope I'm making sense when I say that. But yeah, I guess it is kind of depressing because I always thought as a kid like that feeling of Christmas will never go away and it'll always be a good time. But yeah, man, some things you just lose as you get older, and that sucks a little bit. Yeah, not to make this a really depressing vid, but like it's very true. I feel that as our values change throughout life and as we get more responsibility and our kind of worldviews change and we start to develop our own perspective and experiences, it's a very important thing to understand that our actions also could make the world to other people too. You know, that's kind of what I was getting at earlier with the whole like, oh, um, make things better for other people. That's where the magic comes because at this point in my life, it's all about that now. And considering the fact that there's newborns in the family and there's gonna be other kids and stuff, it's and I'm an adult now. It's my time to do that. Yeah, man. getting older is interesting. It's more interesting the fact that like for adults, it's like I'm seen as a kid, but it doesn't really feel like a kid. I feel like I'm out running out of time and all this crap. It's interesting, you know. It's an interesting thing. But yeah. Oh, what the hell? Okay. Didn't know I killed them all already. But yeah, no, like definitely. Alright, that was pretty sad of a fight, not gonna lie. But alright, I'm probably not gonna get that just cause I already have what like four. Yeah, I have like 4 coins already, and I'm at 38. So I'll just get that out the way now. But no, like I would definitely recommend, dude, really, anyone to like always be open to like new experiences, man. I feel like stagnation, especially kind of stagnation. I think we all go through that, where we just don't want to change or don't feel like changing and all that stuff. But I do seriously think that, at least in my point in my life, it's something I really need to consider and start doing. Like I think I talked about this earlier. I've been very consistent with running to a degree. I not only say that because I ran way too much last week and now my legs are pretty like screwed up, which I hope is temporary. But yeah, no, like that's what it's all about, you know. I guess that's kind of a beautiful thing about life in a way, that everything is kind of just a phase. Like eventually, you know, I'll be older, you know, I'll be like an old man, and then what am I gonna do with myself, you know? My values from then are gonna change. That's just life. That is in fact just life. Alright, I'll get the last like 50 wherever the heck it is, but yeah. This is awkward. Okay, cool. What? What is that? 71. Oh god, if I can make it. Okay. But nah, man, I don't know, it's a weird feeling. And I guess it's weirder now because I'm starting to realize it's not just like, oh, this Christmas felt weird. Like, no, this feels permanent. Like, this is just a shift in my life I have to accept. And I think a lot of people, I would assume most people kind of realize this earlier on in life. Maybe I'm a little late to the party with that, but yeah. Is there coins up here? Oh my god, okay. Oh yeah, there's a lot of coins on here too. Okay. Oh, this shit. Okay. Now let me get the other, wherever the hell it is. There we go. Oop. Yeah, my bad for like the lack of commentary. You know, it's been a weird day today. But yeah. Let me get the store. Then I'll get the Acorn. Then I'll go back and do the boo. Can I go through here? Nah, that's right. I can't. I don't have the cap yet. I can never get a triple jump on these stairs, unfortunately. Okay. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. 10 minutes for 1 star is a little ridiculous, though. I can't lie, but it's alright. I got the hard stuff out the way, the long stuff, I should say. Oh, did I get him? Oh, what the hell? What a weird place to die. Or at least when I kill him. Alright. maybe I'll do the. Yeah, let me get the ghost one out the way. But it kind of makes me think, now that I'm kind of getting that shift now in life, would that just be, would it be like a definitive? What I'm trying to get at is that I feel like I'm gonna reach a point where, and I've kind of slightly felt that at one point, where it feels like my source of, I guess, happiness isn't really internal, and it's more so like seeing other people happy. And I guess what I'm trying to get at is that um, I kind of felt like that with like my relationship when I used to have one, where, and I guess like when looking back on it, that's really not good, considering the fact that a relationship goes both ways. But it kind of felt like the only way I felt happy in a relationship with somebody else is if I knew they were happy, and that's kind of what made me feel, I guess, better about myself. You know, that was very strange. And yeah, I guess like in a way, it kind of reflects my thoughts on parenthood. Being a parent and all that stuff. Because if I were to bring somebody into this world, it would be at a time in my life where I'm content with what I have. Not truly content, but enough where I'm okay with spending the rest of my life caring for somebody else and making sure that, I raise someone who would do well in this world and someone I could care for and all those aspects. So yeah, it is interesting. I feel like now that I'm getting this shift in, I guess, life and all these values, that's something that I think would kind of occur, or I'd reach that point where it's never really about me anymore. It's kind of just what I leave in this world. I would kind of put a lot of things aside, and yeah, just what I'm trying to get at is that priorities change, and that's okay. And the change does feel a little weird. I think that's why nostalgia is a big part, or at least like that's why nostalgia is such a sought out, not sought out, but it's a very strong emotion because you remember a time where things might have been a little simpler, or your priorities were different at that time, so you think, wow, like look at how much time has changed. And I get that a lot when I even listen to music. I think, wow, like this is who I used to be, and this is what I stressed about at one point, and this is how easy life was. Looking back at like high school and all that, for example. So yeah, and it's kind of scary to think because I feel like, oh, I'm an adult now. Like things really can't get not worse, but oh, things would probably settle down a little bit, or things would maybe get a little easier. But the reality is that I don't even know if that's true. Things could just get harder, or like I said, maybe a little easier. Who knows? But yeah, just food for thought, really. Alright, Big Boo's Haunt. Alright, I'm gonna probably have to skip the cap one, but I'll get the other one. Yeah, and I don't think I'll just call it. Maybe I'll do the cap one another time. Maybe next episode. Who knows? Who knows? What does that even say? I'm curious. If I could read that, I am helping. Wait, let's, bro. Hold on. I'm helping Mario. I don't even know what that says. I see Mario though, and I think I see helping. Alright. Although I hate that. Like I always think that's closer. When I jump across, but it's never. It's the opposite. It's weird. Okay. All right. Don't fall. Okay. What? No way, dude. No way I lose to this guy. All right, good. How do I just? I'll just die. All right. That's good. That's cool. That's great. That's awesome. I love that. I think that was the first time I died. No, definitely not. But yeah, I'm surprised I haven't really died as much. I think I only died like twice so far. But yet again, I'm playing like the earlier levels, so it's kind of expected. Oh my god. There we go. Look at that. I gotta kill this guy. Please don't fall again. Alright, bro. Okay, dude. Get back. I hope like me not hitting the mic like comes off. Or like it's something like, dude, why can't I talk today? Jesus. I hope that doesn't go through with me hitting the mic. Oh my god. Whoa, I didn't take fall damage? What the hell? Dude, oh my god, why am I so bad? Jeez. Oh my god, dude, what the heck? I'm horrible. Okay, can we go up the stairs, man? Oh my god, what the please. Alright. But yeah, I mean, Christmas not being as jolly anymore, it's interesting, man. It really is. Dude, oh my god, dude, Lord, man. Oh my gosh. What is going on? Dude, I'm gonna lose it. Oh my god. I forgot how to get up here. That's the problem. That is the problem. Do I just... There you go. Why did I make that so complicated? Holy. Alright, well, yeah, like I said, Christmas is not feeling as jolly for me anymore. It's kind of sad. But at the same time, I feel like it would get more jolly if, like I said, my priorities change and I'm gonna be the one that had to, not have to, but now I'm gonna be the one to get people gifts and all that stuff. And I guess that's kind of what settling in a little bit. But yeah, short vid today. Nothing too crazy. Just wanted to talk about Christmas and all that. And I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. And the new year is approaching, so I think this is the perfect time to make those resolutions, reflect on life, reminisce, all that cool stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.